Hey, welcome back to Great American Movie Review. This is another one of the mini reviews. This week, I went to go see A Haunting in Venice, actually, and I went to go see it with my wife, Hannah, this time, and so she joined me for this. Hey, Hannah.
Hello.
Yeah, so we're just gonna give brief spoiler-free thoughts on the haunting, A Haunting in Venice. But since Hannah, you've never done this for the channel before, what I just wanted to know what you thought of the movie, just brief general thoughts.
Good.
Good. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the movie. It was more like I know it was previewed, yeah, as
Oh, like it looked very horror, is what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
thank you. Thank
For you,
you.
you're Hannah's not a big horror fan at all.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, not at all.
So it was more spooky-ooky than I was prepared for. I knew it would be a little bit at least, but compared to the first two, this had like legitimate spooky jump scares. It wasn't completely full of them though, which made it watchable for someone like me who's not the biggest horror fan. Not because I don't like it, but because I get scared.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, this is the third in a series of these Agatha Christie adaptations where Kenneth Branagh is directing and starring as the famous detective Hercule Poirot. And so this is the third one following Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. I really liked Murder on the Orient Express. I thought it was a lot of fun. Death on the Nile was a little bit of a step down, but to me this one's kind of a return back to form. And yeah, I had a good time. I mean it's a pretty standard who done it, just kind of structurally and everything. It doesn't like break any molds, but it's a good time, and I liked the spooky kind of atmosphere and vibe to it. I think versus Death on the Nile, which I think got a little bit too ambitious with its locations and some of the special effects and everything kind of took me out of that movie a bit. This one is very contained in a singular location. It's very dark and gothic too, which I really liked.
Mm.
I liked the way that this looked. I like Brana in this kind of mode of filmmaking more so than his like Artemis Fowl and even his Belfast mode. I like him doing adaptations of literature and stuff like that. I think that's where his strong suit is.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. I was so struck by the color grading. When, like, I just remember the first few shots, I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, it just looked so good. And I do feel the same way. Like, I really did enjoy Death on the Nile, but this one felt more grounded in its story and just the way that it was presented. Like, I am trying to be kind, but this is a review, so I can say what I want, I guess.
Yeah, if you have a
Oh,
negative thought, say it.
well, I was gonna say with Death on the Nile, it felt so like, okay, obviously this is who did it, and it was totally obvious to me, like, okay, yeah, and then it happened. With A Haunting in Venice, it was like it could be this person, but it could. I had like three people in my head that like, okay, maybe it could be them. Which for me makes an exciting who done it because I like to figure things out, but I like when I can't figure them out.
Yeah. Yeah, which I mean, Death on the Nile is a very it's been adapted before into various film projects, and so seeing this one, which is based on Agatha Christie's Halloween Party, I liked seeing something that hasn't been as well trod before.
You know, I am glad that they, like you and I talked about, that they changed the name from Halloween Party
Right.
to A Haunting in
It
Venice.
fits more with the other ones that they've been doing.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween Party, sure. Like, teen movie, I would absolutely go see that, but we know it would be trash.
Yeah.
This was like A Haunting in Venice.
Yes, more dramatic that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cast, I think that in the other ones, they really kind of hyped up the cast more so in this one. And I think that works for this movie because the only real, like, recognizable faces that you have are Kenneth Branagh, of course, as the detective, the one through line in this series. But then also you have Tina Fey as his writer friend, colleague, kind of. And they have a really interesting dynamic. I like
Hmm.
seeing when comedic actors take more dramatic turns and movies, and it's still played up like she gives a stylistic performance for sure for the time and the type of character that she's playing. But I liked her interplay with Brana in the movie a lot.
Oh yeah, she's so great.
Yeah.
Big Tina Fey fan. I love seeing her in this kind of role, but there's still like she delivers so many lines that just still have that like
Yeah.
comedic Tina in there,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't take away from the movie. It's
No.
not like, okay, well, this doesn't seem like a funny moment
Right.
in this serious thing. It's just Tina Fey doing her
Yeah, it's
thing.
not like jokes.
Yeah. She just has such a quality to her specific style of acting that
Yeah.
comes through in this really awesome way.
Yeah. And then Michelle Yeoh is probably the one other like big name in the movie. Obviously just coming off the her Academy Award win for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And this is not like it's an ensemble movie, so it's not like she's the centerpiece or anything, but she's really great in it too, in her role as this medium that's trying to
Mm.
contact these spirits in this Venetian haunted house.
Absolute queen.
Yeah, but then this movie also is another good example of Jamie Dornan doing good acting work. He played the Doctor. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
doing good acting work outside of his 50 Shades of Grey role, which I don't know if you knew that that's what he's from, but
No, I
yeah.
didn't see that one.
Yeah, he was good in Belfast, the other Kenneth Branagh movie, and he was good in Barb Star Go to Vista Del Mar in a very comedic role. This one he plays a very different character than either of those, and I think yeah he continues to be impressive outside of those 50 Shades roles.
Yeah, he was so
Yeah,
good. Oh, that was good stuff.
yeah, it's like a continuing thing, like with both Twilight and with 50 Shades. Like the actors in it are better than the material that they were in for a while, so I'm happy to see them kind of evolve out of that.
I mean, no digs on Twilight though, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, no digs on Twilight. We love Twilight.
And it's terrible, but we love it.
But then there's also a kid actor. I don't know the kid's name, but he plays a significant part in the movie, and it was a bit. He was maybe the most surprising character in the movie to me. And I think that
Hmm.
he kind of gives the movie the most emotional center to it.
He was so good. This cute little kid, just
Yeah, big glasses.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah. His character was just so just on your heart. You're like, oh, this little kid, but he's such a good actor. Like I'm rooting for him. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope he has a career.
yeah.
Like, that'd be good. Yeah, but do you have any other thoughts on the movie overall?
I think like my biggest takeaways were, like I said, I loved the color grading. Some of the shots of Venice were just so stunning. They're absolutely stunning. But that might be a specific me thing.
Branagh's movies are always very beautiful. Like I feel like I don't know, I always have this weird thought in my head when I watch his movies that like you could turn it into like a themed Fabergé egg for each one of his movies because that's kind of the quality that his movies kind of give off in terms of like the aesthetic kind of beauty that they do. Part of that's just the locations that he chooses to film in, which this was shot in Venice. So,
Yeah, made me want to go.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to Venice. I was like, I should go back.
So, okay, my main takeaways are absolutely stunning, great cast with like their performances were wonderful. Um, and if you are not very into spooky things, like just be prepared. It doesn't overshadow the entire movie, but there are several jump scares that I definitely closed my eyes a few times. But my bar is pretty low. Like your girl doesn't like Casper. Um I, I don't. I think he was a horrible ghost that he didn't have to haunt that little girl, but he did. He chose to. I think that's messed up. So, with my bar being Casper, I could still handle this. Just be prepared for some of those jumps.
Yeah, there's a few jump scares in here. Some of them are feel more genuine than others. There's a bird. There's a Citizen Kane bird in here that makes a few appearances.
Not the actual bird from Citizen Kane,
It's the
though.
same type of bird, and he definitely does the exact same shot, and it made me roll my eyes a little bit. I was like, "That's I don't know why you're trying to play up Citizen Kane in this little murder mystery, but okay.
Okay, that's a beef.
That's a side beef, yeah. But yeah, no, I think that this is a solid time. Like I said, I don't think it's not going to be like top 10 favorite movies of the year or anything for me,
Mhm.
but I did really enjoy going to the theater and getting to watch this. And I love that kind of murder mysteries have kind of made a return. The whodunit genre is just kind of all over the place again, which is cool because that probably hasn't been the case since like the early 80s. So
Mhm.
yeah, but yeah, if you have any inclination to go see this, I mean, you don't have to see the other two in the series to watch this. They're all completely standalone,
Oh yeah.
just one-off mysteries. The entire cast changes outside of Poirot,
Which
and
is the mustachioed man.
yes, the detective. And yeah, I think that it's worth going to check out in theaters if you feel like that's something that you'd like.
Have a good time.
All right, that's it for this mini review for Great American Movie Review, and we have new episodes of our main show that come out every Thursday, and we'll see you at the movies.